some countries go out and they actually do the 3D seismic on their own, and then they sell the information to operators. This is West Africa Weekly, a live series brought to you by Lynx and Arvy Nahar, where we talk about oil and gas news, projects, and developments that you can sink your teeth into. Here are your hosts, Greg and Arvy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to West Africa Weekly. I'm your host, Greg Williams, and Arvy is not with us today, but we will go ahead and get into the show. So here is our rundown for this morning. We'll talk a little bit about the oil prices. PGS awarded more work from ExxonMobil offshore Suriname. Angola announces award for the 2020 bidding blocks. A bit late, but we all had this thing worldwide named COVID. So, and some deepwater rig utilization for West Africa. Before we get started, I want to say thanks to all our men and women in the industry that have hung in there and have worked throughout the downturn. And I read a thing this morning talking about $80 barrel of oil is on the way and how another boom is here and everything else. So if now's the time to figure out how you're going to, sort your finances out and everything else, because hey, everyone, welcome to the show. Because there was a lot of people that didn't make it through the last one, last downturn. A lot of people didn't come back. Financially, it doesn't work for people. The cycle up and down. So get in there and get your finances sorted out, while this next upturn is on the way. And have your plan in place. That way because another dip's coming. So get in there while the money's good. Get it saved up, get it put back, and take care of each other. All right. Let's talk about some oil prices here. So for WTI, that is $76.59 this morning, and Brent is at $80.38. So WTI rose to a 7-year high to $79.47 this past Tuesday. Prices did fall just a bit after this on inventory report. API showed a build for the second week in a row. The build was 2.3 million barrels. Of course, it wasn't as much as the previous week, which was 4.127 million barrels. But at any rate, there is a little slight decline in prices. But yeah, we think the market's where it should be at. Since it's been a bit since we covered some market news in West Africa, we'll go back to the last week of September and work our way forward here with a few topics. Hadn't been a whole lot of news in West Africa, but here, there's two here that basically shows that there's still a lot of interest in West Africa. So let's talk about this PGS. So PGS has secured a 3D acquisition contract with ExxonMobil for work offshore Suriname. The Ramform Tithys is scheduled to commence acquisition during Q4 2021 and is planned to complete in Q1 2022. We're very pleased with this contract award by ExxonMobil. We are increasingly familiar with the Caribbean waters and have proven the productivity advantages of our Ramform Titan class acquisition platform and superior data quality provided by our multi-sensor GeoStreamer technology in the prolific exploration area. Says So there's some things to be said there. It's whenever they're going in to do new seismic work, there's always means there's either some kind of follow-up. They're going to be selling rights to blocks, or they're just wanting to find out what's there. Typically they're doing it for exploration purposes. It's not just to get especially if they're going in there for a contractor or an operator. They're definitely going in there to see what's there. But some countries go out and they actually do the 3D seismic on their own, and then they sell the information to operators, So, but yeah, that's good. The next one on the list is Angola, announcing the 2020 bidding blocks. So for this one, the Agency for Petroleum, Gas, and Biofuels has announced the result of the bidding process for the Lower Congo and Kwanza offshore basins, according to the composition of the contractor groups. That can all be found here on the link on the article on RigLinks. So if you go in there and just look at the article, Angola announces award for 2020 bidding blocks, which should be in the under the so that was September the 27th. There's a link there where you can go find the complete list of everyone that's been awarded work in Angola. A national concessionaire will shortly notify the winning companies about the date and place for the start of the contract negotiation process. And final composition of contractor groups presented above will be effective after the conclusion of the referred process. So yeah, if you want to go check this out, the link's right here. So yeah, go give it a shot. Our last piece here is our deepwater rig utilization could triple by 2022. This was put out by SGN. This was it's reported that obviously the U.S. Gulf of Mexico and Brazil have witnessed a substantial recovery in deepwater rig market. However, the final point in the Golden Triangle, which they call it, is West Africa, Brazil, and Gulf of Mexico, has struggled with a sluggish growth with current competitive utilization of just 40% now. Yeah. But like the Gulf of Mexico is 80% and Brazil is 95%. The slower rollout of COVID-19 vaccines, coupled with ongoing travel and logistical issues due to pandemic, have only added to the West African offshore rig market's woes. But it says backlog is gaining. Last year was particularly slow for West African rig market with just 2 years of floater backlog added, but 2021 has already been an improvement on this. With the increased confidence in the oil price, Brent being at just around 80 barrels as of late September, and stronger demand for oil, rig backlog has also increased. So you can tell there's a direct correlation with, as they said, with rig utilization and the price of crude oil. So yeah, we're looking forward to having that utilization come back up. So that's good. All right. No questions or comments today. So absolutely, I'm glad that we're back for another one here. We'll get this one up and posted here shortly. So yeah, I am Greg, and this is West Africa Weekly. Hope Arvy can join us for our next show, but if not, we will be here as always, and we will try to keep it more consistent. All right, thanks everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. You've been watching West Africa Weekly, a live series brought to you by RigLinks and Arvy Nahar. Your hosts have been Greg and Arvy. For sponsorship opportunities, send us an email at info@riglinks.com. Tune in next Thursday at 8 a.m. CST for another live episode.